Hello and welcome to another episode of Twisted Bud Gaming One Life Review. My name is Paddy and I'm here as always with Rob.
Oh.
And Alistair.
Hello.
And if you didn't know, this is our series
now?
where we try and beat games in one life. We'll come to that in a second, Rob. You jumpy the gunner. And if you like this,
just want to know.
I know. And if you like this video,
Jumpy the gun.
if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. What you playing?
I'm playing Cuphead.
Why?
Because you said it'd be a good
It's
idea.
the
And
last episode of the season out, and you had to get to 100 to be able to match us. You're not going to 100% Cuphead.
Al, there are two people
how do
currently
you know about that?
sitting on 100% right now, and you're not one of them.
It's about to be 3, ladies and gentlemen.
If you do this, I'll literally come down straight to London and probably suck you off.
Oh,
Well,
we have an
I bet you
offer.
Oh, blowjob!
Blowjob, girls. We have an offer.
So I had a touch of an
The
advantage.
stakes have been raised.
I had a touch of an advantage on this because I've played it a fair bit before. I took a little break between the last time I
It's
played it.
still
and
hard though,
recording.
mate.
So I kind of knew the tactics on some of the levels, and that's why I immediately went and bought one of the shooters, because you can use different types of shooters, and one of them just tracks the enemies wherever they go and just.
I mean, it's always a good sign when we're playing a game on One Life Review when the first few minutes is taken up of you walking around and going to a shop. It means that maybe there's not so much other content.
I'm showing the people the world. It's a whole new world.
Padding.
Have you played this yet, Paddy?
No, I have not.
No,
Yeah,
I played this a little bit at
Then
AGX.
don't call it pattern.
You did.
But the only thing, about it was I was playing it on a stool whilst it was pretty early in the day, but there was a massive queue behind me for a Shadow of War.
I was in that queue, right?
And
I was in that queue
And-
for about 3 hours.
Yep.
That meant I had a crowd that I literally had a crowd, probably more people that turn up to our live streams watching me play it for the first time. And, it was scary.
And how did that make you feel?
I didn't do too well. I kept dying.
Oh.
Well, that's the game. That's the game. The name of the game is Cuphead. It's to die.
This is impressive though, Al.
Yeah, once you learn sort of the rhythm and the tactics and things.
You took a hit there.
I did take a hit. Once you learn the rhythm and the tactics, the things to get, you can do some of the levels pretty easily. Once you learn what to do.
Are the flying spiky purple things good?
No, they hurt you, but you can parry them in the air.
Oh, you're parrying them.
Yeah, which
why
allows you to jump.
Why
on
do
them.
you keep hitting them?
So
if they're bad.
That kind of when the purple or the pink sort of maneuver happens. That's when I'm bouncing around.
Oh.
Clever,
See,
clever beans. Oh, you took a hit there.
Yeah,
One more hit and you're out already, son.
I know, it's... even though I knew what to do, it still wasn't easy. I still had a long way to
Squeaky
go.
bum time.
So much.
Oh, and you've got the boss fight to do as well.
good.
Is this like a mini boss or?
Yeah, technically this level was... Because, I had to look up the levels to get the percentage. And this, this wasn't even sort of one of the levels. It's just a random... there's these run and gun missions that don't have any of the bosses or the contracts that you get to complete the game. It's kind of weird.
It's mostly a boss fight, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Game.
these... I think there are only 6 of these in the entire game.
What levels?
This game took so many years, didn't it? I remember this was we first saw a trailer for this when they first announced the Xbox One. How weird's that to think?
That's a long time.
Yeah, I remember last year you were really excited when this was announced.
Yeah,
I feel like they had the boss fights, and then people were like, "Is that it?" So they actually went and built a game around it. So I guess these levels are maybe later editions.
Maybe. There's not that many of them. I don't think it I never knew about Cuphead until last year.
By the fact you've got through one of the levels, you've already exceeded my expectation. Oh my god, it's a giant root vegetable. Murder it!
Giant potato.
I didn't understand some of the things. It was spinning.
Just
dirt.
murder it.
It's dirt and snakes, or is that a worm?
Oh, we've got a hit there.
This time I have 4 health.
So what are the playing cards?
They're like supers, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So, you can...
I don't think I had them when I was.
Yeah.
So Rob, how come you've not played this game? Because it seems right up your street.
I don't know. It's just
old school style.
It's one of those things. Yeah, it's one of those things where I just haven't. Oh my god, it's an onion. Sorry.
That is a sexy.
Really.
Calm down, buddy.
Do you find crying quite sexy, Paddy? Because that says a lot about you as a person.
Only onions.
Natural lubrication,
Only onions.
baby.
Well, no, you see, he took it somewhere I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, you would have. You were thinking it.
We were all thinking it.
We can at least say. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can't say about Albert. But one thing that we can say about him is that he is at least a brave.
Yeah, that's one of those things people say.
That is true.
He's
a very brave little boy.
It's a hypnotic carrot.
Oh,
they're all
classic.
They're all coming for me.
They're all coming for you.
It's got a third eye.
Oh dear.
Why is Rob turning this carrot sexual?
I didn't. It had a third eye.
I don't know.
It literally had a third eye.
A third eye. I was highlighting a fact.
Maybe I'm hearing what I want to hear. You know, all these carrots chasing me.
Al, use your
super. The reappearance of the third eye.
Use your super.
The super with the green thing is just like it puts like a little ring around you, which doesn't seem to do much.
Oh.
I learned from like the earlier
games.
Does
it protect you?
Like I don't know if it hits, but with some of the bosses, it just didn't really affect me.
Very fortunate that you've got this homing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I immediately got it before I started playing.
Yeah,
and that's why I said.
I wonder if we can count this as shenanigans.
Well, that's why I said I had a bit of an advantage.
How did you get it before you started playing?
Like, because he'd already played the game.
Hacks and cheats, bro?
The little bit I left in, when you walk across the bridge at the beginning, like a guy's, like a straw.
No, I saw that. I saw that, but how could you afford to buy this from him at this point?
No, he gives you 3 coins. And then you can go to the store.
Take your lucky 3 coins,
you go to the store, and that costs 3 coins. And so that's why I said I had a little bit of an advantage, because I knew that was kind of basically the only reason I could survive.
Yeah, the homing thing does seem to help.
Yeah, it's really useful. Like sometimes
because I didn't have the homing thing I was playing it. This game is much harder.
Yeah, like when you don't have to aim, it takes off a lot. But like it has its drawbacks. I mean, it doesn't do anywhere near as much damage. It doesn't really have for me a great super.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's a lot easier to just run around and home. So I mean,
Alice,
you swap in and out.
It's a spooky ghost.
I know these pink spooky ghosts are trying to get my urn. I've got to defend
why the spooky ghosts come for urn?
I wasn't really paying attention to the story, but I needed to protect it.
Is there a story?
Spooky pooping.
Oh no, das spooky pooping with eine Mustaschen.
I think I somehow made like a deal with the devil, and so to not die or to get my brother back or something, or I have to collect all these contracts from bosses. So like I think the mausoleum isn't a boss technically. It's a random thing that gives you stuff because of a dead cup.
Does it ever go into what sort of a liquid is in his cup?
No, but it's a teacup with a straw, so that confuses me. Like,
well, that means it's got to be a cold.
Yeah, it can't be a hot
liquid.
beverage.
Did they ever go into how viscous it is?
No, I mean it must be quite viscous because he does a lot of running about and it doesn't slosh.
It's spooge.
So it must be a good splooge.
The only thing it could be, the only solution.
Splooge.
So much splooge.
Dear me.
I didn't realize how to use these. I just
Clever.
Yeah, I don't know how you use them. It's a fish fishing, guys. The irony.
It's good that we watched you do that. So where are you off? Where are you off to now?
Upwards.
Upwards and onwards. Onwards and upwards.
Of an ooze.
Ruse of an ooze.
I saw each level there had 2 options. One was regular, one was a simple. How easy is the simple?
I've never tried the simple. I've only done regs.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
I mean, that's the rules of One Life.
Yeah, a default setting.
Default setting, or like regular or normal, whatever it is.
Yeah. No. I'm actually really impressed that you got to 12. I did not see you get 13. Oh, look at that! You're flying, son.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I've outside of the mausoleum, the 3, like, including this one, the 3 missions that I played, like, I've spent probably about 10 hours on each of them.
Right.
Like,
so
in the past, so
I knew the tricks.
Yeah, I knew what was to expect. I knew how to defeat them.
But even still, just to pull it off.
Yeah, so like I knew you could duck under that little punch thing, and that you have to avoid the bouncers. Yeah.
See, now you're not using the homing thing because you know it's a much easier target.
Yeah, and like this one has a good super that if your target stationary just fires a pew.
Good super.
It's all tactical.
The super's so good. Ow, you're so good at Cuphead.
Oh, I've got a coop and
I am rubbing my nipples as we speak.
You're always rubbing your nipples, though.
So like,
yeah, but not as we speak.
with these bastards, like
It's normally as we speak.
they sit.
I normally wait for periods of a quiet, and then
I
rebels
use the
in it.
silence as the rubbing time.
so you can hear the friction.
Feel the friction.
I was literally about to say, so you can hear the friction. We need to spend.
Get out my mind.
Go.
No,
Can you
it's
imagine
cozy
that
in here.
We've done 49 of these monstrosities.
I know, this is
I know.
ridiculous. We spent far too much time together.
It's a knockout. Look at
keep
you. It's
seeing
another
your-
boss. Another boss. How many
I
bosses
know.
are there? Do you know?
How many
think
bosses can bosses
I think
boss?
that in levels there are 26. So I think
Oh
about 20
dear.
wait, no, I think there are
Lad.
17 bosses. 17
Laddy lad.
bosses, 3 mausoleums, and 6 run and gun missions. So, yeah,
Where are we
it's-
going next? I can't wait to see.
It's loading screen still.
loading screens.
Yeah, loading screen's always a good option to keep in this
Oh.
total editable
Flying
video.
aeroplane
oh my God.
face.
Paddy, the
pedal.
loading screens were instead of our fade outs, you know?
Oh,
So
look
a
at
cut
you.
between segments
Clever.
was mixed with the loading screen because like, normally you'd have to walk through to get the bosses. So I left the interesting walkthroughs in.
Editing shortcuts 101, mate.
I know.
That's what that is. You
pure
are wise beyond your years, Al.
It is. So I left in all the good bits of me walking around.
Nice dodge there. That's pretty damn impressive.
It's all impressive, Rob. Look at me.
I can't.
Not,
I literally
not when you're
can't.
like this.
Then who's this Rob on my sofa? Guys,
Can't look at you when you might be
Oh,
challenging.
one more hit.
100%.
This might be
Yeah,
it.
this is gonna be
I've done it before.
Oh, wah, wah. That's still impressive.
The
Though.
dream had to end someday.
This might be one of the shortest one live reviews in a long time, but it's actually much longer than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself.
Oh,
I'm impressed.
look at you holding up the bottom
21st
there.
place.
Yeah, look at that. Look at all the green in the bottom. I love it. It's my little section.
The fact you got further than what a Paddy did or you did in those 2 games underneath is pretty damn impressive.
I know. I mean, like I said, I had a bit of an advantage that I'd played 90% of those missions that I did, like for hours and hours previously. If I went into it blind, I would have been dead within seconds.
Al, Cuphead, what do you think?
I liked it. Cuphead's it's a good game. It's infuriating. I mean, there's not much to it once you know what to do. It's like kind of just muscle memory. So yeah, I liked it. It's an entertaining game and a good frustration one. If you like that, ting.
Rob, I know you love some frustration. What do you think of Al's playthrough?
For maybe the second or possibly third time throughout these 49 episodes, Al has managed to impress me. So, well done, Al.
Yeah.
That was a really good try at a game that is known for being very hard, and I probably would have done much, much worse. So, well done, you. I am going to award you a giant sticker. I don't
Yay.
know what's on it.
I was expecting some sort of backlash after my abuse of you 2 weeks ago.
No, I think a fair dues.
Yeah.
Let
all I'm
bygones be
saying.
bygones. The Council of Shenanigans has ruled and peace has returned to Twisted Bard Gaming. Al, I think you did pretty well, mate. Considering the game you're playing and its reputation.
honored.
Well done, you cheeky little badger. And I'm going to give you a cheeky little badger. 'Cause fuck it, why not? Because I'm unoriginal like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm
at least you didn't drag it out.
I'm sorry that you didn't join us at the top of the leaderboard
One of these days.
in season 2 of One Life Review, but you know,
I mean, I'm around there. You know, I'm kind of that guy who's
What are
not
you
allowed
gonna
in the club, so I'm just standing by the window waving with my brave.
if it wasn't for the bottom of the pyramid, how would us at the top even be up there?
Exactly. I hold up the bottom. I'm proud of my little workers down here. Look at them.
Holding bottoms. Well, thank you very much for watching another episode of Twisted Bard Gaming One Life Review. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been Paddy. We've been here with Rob and Alistair, you handsome bastards. If you like this video, we have a whole bunch more One Life Reviews that you can find at youtube.com/twistedbardgaming, as well as a whole bunch of other weird stuff that we put up there. Live streams on Thursdays and Saturdays. And yeah, maybe you'll bump into someone you know. And thank you very much. We'll see you again very, very soon for a special 50th One Life Review. Bye.